The first thing I did after my rebirth was to return my maid's deed of indenture. Then, I agreed to her marriage with the top scholar. In my previous life, she had impersonated me and fallen secretly in love with Lee Mabai, who was staying at the Prime Minister's residence. A secret pregnancy followed. Lee Mabai became the top scholar. Later, he came to the residence to propose marriage. My father agreed, and the despairing maid threw herself into a well. One body, two lives lost. On the wedding night, Lee Mabai realized I wasn't his beloved. He investigated in secret without a word. He believed my jealousy had driven her to her death. For the next 10 years, he used the residence's influence to rise quickly in power. On the surface, he was gentle and considerate, but when the residence was framed for treason, he kicked us while we were down. He caused my father's wrongful death, and my entire family was exiled. Under his torture, I was thrown into a freezing pond in the dead of winter and drowned. Opening my eyes again, I returned to the day he came to the residence to propose. The bone-chilling cold and the suffocating feeling of death seemed to still linger in my body. With a pale face and teeth chattering slightly, I stared wordlessly at my youthful face in the mirror, plotting how to kill Lee Mabai, knowing he would come to propose today, making a grand scene for everyone to know. Everyone said the new top scholar fell in love with the Prime Minister's daughter at first sight. It was a match made in heaven. In reality, the one he loved at first sight was my maid, Jean K. Lee Mabai had a distant and convoluted relative relationship with my Nan family. Thus, he stayed at our residence while in the capital for the imperial exams. My father, valuing talent, treated him with respect. My eldest brother mentioned him to me, saying he had the talent of a top scholar. Jean K grew ambitious. She impersonated me and approached him many times. The two quickly fell in love and even conceived a child. I had no feelings for Lee Mabai, but I knew it was a good marriage prospect. A young top scholar was naturally talented. With my father's protection, he would surely have a bright future. Moreover, he came from a poor background with only an elderly mother at home. He would have to rely on the residence in every way. No one would dare mistreat me. So when my parents asked, I agreed to this marriage. However, this time, when mother's nanny Chin came to find me, she said Mr. Lee was asking to marry the maid Jean K by my side. She asked me to make the decision myself. I immediately knew that Lee Mabai had also returned. Jean K took a 3-day sick leave. In truth, her pregnancy was unstable. Fearing exhaustion, she stayed in bed all day. She missed the chance to explain things to Lee Mabai. I took Nanny Chin to the side room to find her. At this time, the pregnancy wasn't visible yet. She just looked unwell. I said, the new top scholar wants to marry you. She showed a look of surprise and joy, yet was shy and at a loss for words. She didn't dare to look into my eyes. She was afraid I'd question her about Lee Mabai. But I asked nothing. I had another maid, Ming-chan, dress her up and brought her to the front hall to see the guest. Lee Mabai was stunned for a moment when he saw her, and then his eyes turned red. He hadn't seen her for 10 years. When he looked at me, his gaze turned to hatred. My hatred was no less than his. I thought about hiding it, but seeing him brought back all the oppression of my past life. My father beheaded, my mother dying of illness during exile, my brother losing a leg, my sister-in-law committing suicide to protect her honor, 2 nephews, 1 dead and 1 injured, a broken family and lost lives. All thanks to Lee Mabai. A surge of hatred boiled within me. It couldn't be hidden at all. Lee Mabai was taken aback. I knew he had noticed, but I didn't care. I said, Jean K is a servant of my Nan family. I didn't know the top scholar had taken a liking to her, but a gentleman aids others in their goals. Since the top scholar wishes to marry her as her master, I have no reason to refuse. I returned Jink's deed to her. You are free. Jean K was moved to tears. Lee Mabai's expression was complicated. He cupped his hands to me and prepared to leave. I said again, wait a moment. Lee Mabai looked back at me warily. A servant led a doctor in through the door. I pointed at Jean K. Dr. Huang, please check this girl's pulse. Jean K hid behind Lee Mabai in a panic. Lee Mabai swept a glance at me, filled with disappointment and disgust. No need. My mother saw what was happening. 2 strong maidservants held Jean K down. Fearing for the fetus, Jean K didn't dare move. She had no choice but to let Dr. Huang take her pulse. Her pretty face was pale. The pregnancy is somewhat unstable, but it's not a major issue. I'll prescribe some medicine to stabilize it. My mother was furious. You shameless thing. Jean K was both ashamed and afraid. Her face turned bright red. She instinctively tried to kneel and admit her fault. Lee Mabai held her. You are no longer a servant of this house. No need to kneel. Mrs. Nan, Jean K is my fiancé. Please watch your words. He thought he was still the crown prince's trusted aide and the new emperor's top minister, whom everyone feared. My mother was so angry she smashed a cup. My father gave him a cold look. The top scholar puts on quite an air, daring to lecture the wife of the prime minister. Lee Mabai's face stiffened. He regained his composure. Aside from the unstable pregnancy, are there any other issues? No. I looked at Lee Mabai. Did you hear that clearly? Your fiancé is leaving my residence healthy and sound. If she dies or is crippled in the future, don't you dare blame it on my family. Furthermore, a maid in my residence who has an illicit affair with a man can be legally beaten. In other words, I could have killed her openly. There was no need to secretly drive her to her death. Lee Mabai understood. He looked somewhat bewildered. My father told Lee Mabai to get out. As he was leaving, he bumped into Zhao Sais, who was rushing in. I heard Zhao Sais shouting urgently, Uncle Nan, don't be in such a hurry to betroth Sister Jinping to Lee Mabai. Consider me instead. His face darkened. he stopped leaving. Zhao Sai's was the young master of the Duke Chenjin's residence. He was the Empress' nephew. We had known each other since childhood. He had 2 older brothers and 1 older sister. He was spoiled rotten by his whole family. Though he was a playful dandy, he wasn't unlearned. In the recent imperial exams, he made a bet and actually ranked 37th in the 2nd class. Noble sons didn't need titles through exams, he just wanted to prove he wasn't a loser. Afterward, he went back to his old ways. When he came to propose in my previous life, I had already agreed to Li Mabai, but I had compared them in private. This marriage with the Duke's residence was actually good. The elders were kind and the siblings were harmonious. Zhao Sai's was the kind of man who'd take you out for fun but shield you from the storm when trouble arose. It turned out to be true. After my family fell into trouble, he changed his idle ways. He had his family secure an official post for him and worked tirelessly for my family's sake. Later, it was he who found the key evidence and cleared my father's name. This immense kindness couldn't be repaid even by marrying him. My eyes grew red. Zhao Sai's was stunned. "Wait, are you scared or happy?" I burst out laughing. "Mr. Li is asking for Jink's hand. What are you so worried about?" Zhao Sai's was stunned again. He looked at Li Mabai in disbelief. After a while, he choked out, "Brother Li really has unique taste." Li Mabai's face looked even worse. My marriage to Zhao Sai's was settled. Li Mabai took the chance when I was out to find an opportunity to speak with me. "In our past life, you paid the price for killing Jin K. We are even. In this life, as long as you don't hurt Jin K and stay in your place, I won't target your family again. The Nan family, Zhao Sai's, may not be a perfect match, but he's more than enough for you. Forget me and live a good life with him. Put away those malicious thoughts. Don't think about making things difficult for Jin K again. You humiliated her by exposing her pregnancy. I'll let it slide, considering you returned her deed. I won't hold it against you. But if you refuse to change your ways, don't blame me for being ruthless." He acted superior. His face was stern. The coldness in his eyes was like a frozen arrow, exactly as he was in a past life after we had a falling out. But back then, he wore shoe brocade and jade boots. A priceless jade pendant hung from his waist. On his head, the pin used for his hair was a rare ivory hairpin. Not like now, wearing a faded sky blue robe. He had not a single valuable item on him. Half of a person's dignity and aura is built upon their appearance. He was like an incompetent madman. He didn't realize at all that he currently has nothing. He has no leverage to negotiate with me. I watched him quietly. "Even?" He sighed and called me by my childhood name. "Jinping. Why must you do this? The one I love has never been someone like you. Arrogant and unlearned. Jin K told me everything. Your reputation for talent was all built for you by her and Ming Chan. I suppose in the past life, you knew about Jin K and me early on, but you intentionally went along with it just to marry me. And then you drove her to her death, didn't you? Let's not mention it. You were my wife for 10 years. You should be satisfied." He truly is blind and heartless. In the past life, Jin K didn't just impersonate me, she also secretly copied the poems I wrote. Li Mabai was deceived by her. He didn't know her true identity. It was excusable to believe she was talented. But even after the truth came out, he's still being led by the nose by her words. Isn't that just stupidity? Li Mabai. I stared into his eyes. My face was cold as frost. My father, my mother, my sister-in-law, and my nephew. 4 lives. It's not even just because you say so, and the children in my womb. Pregnant 4 times over 10 years. 4 miscarriages. Ending in lifelong infertility. After all those things, he actually said we were even. I gave a mocking smile. Li Mabai, it's war between us until the end. My father naturally disliked Li Mabai, but I still added fuel to the fire. This man is deeply calculating. His character is flawed. He asked to marry a maid by my side. He could have done it discreetly. Instead, he made a grand scene for everyone to know. Everyone thought he was asking for the Prime Minister's daughter. But in the end, he's marrying a maid. I suspect he has joined forces with your political enemies. Father, you must be careful. My father took it to heart. He said similar things to the Crown Prince. The Crown Prince immediately had a bad impression of Li Mabai. The Crown Prince is Zhao Sai's cousin. We were also somewhat acquainted. When he heard I was betrothed to Zhao Sai's, he was very happy. You should thank Li Mabai. If not for him, Sai's wouldn't have rushed to propose. Sai's, what do you want? I'll give you a wedding gift. Zhao Sai's didn't hold back. Then give me your hot spring villa in the suburbs. The prince was shocked by his audacity. Wait, do you know how much that villa is worth? He said sheepishly. Jinping is sensitive to the cold. Yes, I am sensitive to the cold. Li Mabai also knew I was sensitive to the cold. That is why he chose the way I feared most to kill me. Li Mabai and Jink's wedding was set for late June. It was rushed, but there was no choice. Any later, and her belly wouldn't be hidden. As lively as his wedding with me was in the past life, that's how lonely his wedding with Jin K was in this life. A new top scholar should have been highly sought after, but everyone knew he had offended the Prime Minister's residence. No one was willing to help an uncertain young man at the cost of opposing the Prime Minister. Moreover, the top scholar usually joins the Hanlin Academy, but for some reason the 2nd and 3rd place scholars received their posts, but for Li Mabai no official decree was issued at all. Their wedding was held in a single courtyard house rented by the Li family. The place wasn't large, but Li Mabai spent a fortune hiring outside cooks for the banquet. 5 taels of silver per table. They set up 10 tables. They even borrowed space from neighbors. In the end, not a single official showed up. Neighbors occupied only 2 tables. I heard Lee Mabe's face was dark with anger from beginning to end. He thought my father was sabotaging him. When I went to a jewelry shop, he cornered me again. Do you think I reached a high position in the past life because of your father? The prince appreciated me because our political views aligned. We shared interests, and I had real talent. I could help him govern the country. He mocked me as an ignorant woman. Narrow-minded. Thinking you can stop me like this. In the past life, he was recommended by my father. He gained the prince's favor with a brilliant essay. My father personally mentored him, and he was hardworking. He quickly made a name for himself. He was right about one thing. He did indeed have true talent. But so what? I called for the manager. Why is there a beggar in here? He was kicked out. His face was red with rage. Lee Mabe could never get to see the prince. Even if he had immense talent and even if his essay was magnificent, without someone to introduce him it was impossible for him to see the crown prince. But I still underestimated him. He managed to connect with Chief Eunuch Deng Rushing. He not only acknowledged him as his godfather, but also promised that Jing's first son would take his surname and be raised by him. Lee Mabe's 60-year-old mother fell ill from anger. Jing Ke, however, supported him. That essay was finally delivered to the prince's desk as he wished, but the prince didn't read it. He had it thrown away. The prince detested him. Deng Rushing then secured a minor 7th-rank official post for Lee Mabe. Though small due to the chief eunuch's influence, many families were still willing to associate with him. The 70th birthday of General Zenwa's mother included an invitation for them. I saw Jing Ke at the banquet. Her belly was already showing. Seeing me look at her, her face turned slightly red. Jing Ke lowered her head. Her fingers nervously rubbed the corner of her skirt. Then, as if she couldn't hold it back any longer, Miss, I know you resent me. I found it funny. Why would I resent you? My husband was first in the imperial exams. Yours was only 37th in the 2nd class. Even with your noble status, I'm just a maid. My husband is better than yours. Naturally, you feel unbalanced. She had her own logic. I laughed. You're overthinking it. Being a top scholar is impressive, but it's not exactly rare. Since the founding of our empire, there have been 56 top scholars in total. In 3 years, there will be another. You don't need to think everyone treasures it. Besides, I could never live a life of poverty. Jing Ke couldn't hold back her tears. She cried and tried to run away. Swain Wan stopped her. Say less. Don't cause trouble at my house. She's still carrying a child. She was General Zenwa's niece. She and I never got along. She always competed with me for the title of the capital's top talented woman. She wasn't necessarily standing up for Jing Ke. She was just taking every chance to needle me. But my eyes grew warm. My tone softened. Fine. For your sake. I won't argue with her. Swain Wan looked at me as if seeing a ghost. Nan Jinping, did you take the wrong medicine? In the past life, the Sui family was like my Nan family. They were also involved in the treason case. The difference was that the Sui family wasn't innocent. Swain Wan's uncle, General Zhenwu, actually conspired with Princeton. He opened the gates when Princeton attacked the capital. Later, Princeton was defeated. General Zhenwu was killed by arrows. The entire Sui family was executed, but because Swain Wan somewhat resembled Jing Ke, Lee Mabe saved her. He took her into his inner chambers. On the surface, she didn't get along with me, but she secretly helped me several times. That time I was almost dying of illness. Lee Mabe wouldn't let anyone call a doctor. It was she who intentionally made herself sick to get medicine from the doctor for me. When I was thrown into the freezing pond by Lee Mabe, she tried to jump in and save me regardless of her life, but she was stopped by Lee Mabe. I stood up. I hugged Swain Wan. I announce from now on, you are the capital's top talented woman. I, Nan Jinping, admit defeat. Nan Jinping, don't be like this. It's scaring me. Jing Ke left before the banquet ended. I chased after her. She warily pulled away to keep her distance. What do you want? I gave a soft smile. Have you noticed that you and Swain Wan look somewhat alike? But Swain Wan is more beautiful than you. She has more grace than you. She is more talented than you. And her family background is better than yours. However, I heard the Sui elders don't think much of Lee Mabe. You're trying to drive a wedge between us. You can go and ask Lee Mabe. She fled in a panic. Tears welled in her eyes. I knew she wouldn't ask. She's just a maid who was sold by her parents and betrayed her masters. She has no one to rely on but Lee Mabe. Regardless of whether what I said is true, she wouldn't dare to question Lee Mabe. She will only observe in secret, and then she will discover that Lee Mabe indeed looks at Swain Wan differently. A pregnant woman is prone to overthinking. Any tiny clue will be magnified by her. She will certainly find no peace. I turned around. Swain Wan was standing behind me. She frowned. What did you say to her? She looked like she saw a ghost. It's nothing. You're very strange today. I didn't explain it to her. I only whispered, your uncle seems to be associating with someone. Tell your father to be careful. She looked at me in horror. I grabbed her hand. This concerns your entire family's life. Remember to keep it a secret. Swain Wan was terrified. She went to find her father almost immediately. 2 months later, the two Sui brothers turned against each other. It was said that General Sui had schemed over Swain Wan's marriage. Though he didn't succeed, the two families had a fierce fallout. They not only split the household, but also vowed never to see each other again. I was relieved that Swain Wan's father was sensible. Living under the same roof as General Sui, as long as he was watchful, he would surely find clues. cutting the Gordian knot. Even if they are implicated later, they won't end up as they did in the past life. Swainwan asked to meet me at Zuishan restaurant. She gave me an expensive set of head jewelry. My father said this is a thank you gift. I accepted it without hesitation. Her attitude towards me had changed. She was now willing to share her inner thoughts with me. I don't know what's up with that Li Mabai. Every time he sees me, his eyes look strange. Once he even called me Nuanyuan. My brother scolded him until he ran away. Swainwan's father was a lecturer at the Hamlin Academy. The prince loved hearing him speak on classics and history. Li Mabai likely wanted to use his connections. After all, his godfather Deng Rushing's help was showing little effect. He was still failing to gain the prince's appreciation, having once stood at the heights of power. In any case, he had no patience to wait for several years. Suddenly, a commotion came from the room across from us. The voices sounded familiar. Swainwan and I opened the door to take a look. It turned out to be Li Mabai and Zhao Sai's. It seemed Li Mabai had somehow found out the crown prince's whereabouts. He had actually followed him to Zuishan restaurant. The guards at the door wouldn't report his arrival to the prince. The two sides had even broken into a conflict. The prince heard the noise inside and sent Zhao Sai's out to deal with it. Zhao Sai's already disliked Li Mabai. He was about to get physical after just a few words. Suddenly, seeing me come out, he immediately restrained himself. Sister Jinping, you're here to eat too. Their roasted pigeon is delicious. You must try it. His face changed like a mask. He looked stingy and mean just a moment ago, but now he was smiling like a spring breeze. He even had the mood to chat about food with me. Swainwan replied casually, alright, well order it later. Today, I'm treating Sister Jinping to a meal. Just say the word if there's anything good to eat. Zhao Sai's actually listed off several dish names. Li Mabai had been drinking. His anger flared up. With reckless courage, he shouted, I said I want to see His Highness. Zhao Sai sneered, who do you think His Highness is? That head just see any random person? Leave quickly. Don't stop me from talking to Sister Jinping. Li Mabai's anger turned toward me. Nan Jinping, did you say something to His Highness? His Highness read my policy discourse. It's impossible that he wouldn't see me. You must be holding a grudge and slandered me before His Highness. Swainwan looked at him in disbelief. What are you talking about? What does this have to do with Jinping? Li Mabai's expression softened toward her. Miss Sui, stay away from Nan Jinping. She is malicious, untalented, and immoral, and she's incredibly jealous. You are superior to her in every way. One day, she will harm you. Swainwan's face flushed with anger. Are you sick in the head? I wasn't angry at all. Li Mabai's loss of composure only showed that he had completely lost his mind. But that wasn't enough. I asked, what discourse? Is it the one His Highness ordered to be thrown away? Probably. I'm not sure, but if Sister Jinping says it was thrown away, it was definitely thrown away. Even if it wasn't, I'll make sure His Highness throws it away later. I locked eyes with him and gave a tender, affectionate smile. Li Mabai lost his reason from anger. Nan Jinping, don't refuse a favor only to be forced. Didn't I warn you not to play tricks? You have no respect for me at all. He had completely confused this life with the previous one. He thought he was still the high and mighty powerful official, and that my family was destroyed, leaving me for him to bully. He moved to hit me. In fact, he couldn't have hit me. The moment he moved, Zhao Sai's was quick to give him a kick, but I still let out a scream and fell down on purpose. Zhao Sai's was very clever. He immediately took the initiative. Li Mabai, you have some nerve. How dare you assault the daughter of the Grand Preceptor in public? His voice was loud enough for half the restaurant to hear. Before Li Mabai could defend himself, he was picked up like a chick and thrown down from the second floor. I rested at home for over half a month. My father wept before the emperor, denouncing Li Mabai's wicked deeds. The Duke of Qinzhen followed suit immediately. Swainwan's father also kicked him while he was down. Several other officials joined the chorus of condemnation. Finally, the crown prince said one thing. This man's character is atrocious. He is truly unfit to be a disciple of the Son of Heaven. Thus, the emperor stripped Li Mabai of his title as top scholar, his scholarly status, and his hard-won official post. Li Mabai became the first top scholar in the history of the dynasty to be stripped of his scholarly status. It was certainly a way to leave his mark on history. I didn't expect Li Mabai would still want to see me. I brought a maid who knew martial arts and instructed her that if Li Mabai tried to harm me, to kill him directly. But Li Mabai didn't have that kind of courage. When Zhao Sai threw him from the second floor, he had broken a leg. Because he didn't get timely medical treatment, he was now a cripple. He limped toward me like that. He was still wearing that same faded, azure-colored scholar's robe. Jinping, I misjudged people. I was deceived. It turns out Jean K had been lying to me all along. She only knows a few characters. She can't write poetry or paint, nor can she play the zither. The one I love has always been you. Jink's lies could deceive him for a while, but not for a lifetime. Living together day and night made it easy to see the flaws. I know you still have feelings for me. You used Nuan to drive a wedge between us, which proves that you still care. Jinping, you've already ruined my career. That should be enough to settle the score. I promise you, I will marry you. I am willing to marry you of my own accord. We will live well together from now on. I will make you a first-rank titled lady and the most envied woman in the capital. Men, sometimes I truly envy their self-confidence. I looked at him, speechless. And what about Jean K? She tricked me into marriage. I'm already doing her a favor by not divorcing her. For the sake of her pregnancy, I'll keep her as a concubine. She used to serve you anyway. She can just continue to serve you in the future. I couldn't help but laugh out loud. Li Mabai, in the past life, you endured for 10 years to avenge Jean K. I thought your affection for her was deeper than the sea and higher than the mountains. I didn't expect it to be just this. For the sake of wealth, you'd actually demote your wife to a concubine? Haha, how ridiculous. Do you think I'm some cheap woman? You are a commoner with nothing to your name. What makes you think I would reject the son of the Duke of Shenzhen to choose you? His face changed color instantly. Pale and flushed by turns, I continued to provoke him. Didn't you say you'd reach a high position without relying on our Prime Minister's residence? Now you see it. You're just a parasite. Without our support, you are nothing. This is all your life will ever be. As long as my family exists, don't even think about getting close to the Crown Prince. You will never have a chance to rise. Liamo didn't show his face for a long time after that until Princeton entered the capital. Princeton was the emperor's youngest brother. He was 4 years older than the Crown Prince. Compared to the Crown Prince's diligence and love for learning, he was like a negative example. Lacking in both literary and martial arts, he spent his days in indulgence and pleasure. But this was all his disguise. In the past life, until he raised an army in rebellion, no one saw through his wolf-like ambition. Prince An's fief was an Anyang. Normally, he couldn't enter the capital without a decree. Only during the new year would he enter the capital according to custom, to accompany his mother, Consort Dowager Mu, for 2 to 3 months. He and Consort Dowager Mu shared deep mother-son affection. In the past life, he only rebelled after her death. The people I sent to watch Li Mabai reported that he had secretly joined Prince An's side. I breathed a sigh of relief. Mabai indeed didn't let me down. Having once tasted the flavor of power, how could he be content being a commoner for the rest of his life? If he couldn't get the Crown Prince's appreciation, he could seek it from Princeton. No one knew better than him that Princeton would rebel 10 years later, and he almost broke into the imperial city. It was Li Mabai who risked his life to go alone to the enemy camp and undermined the trust between Princeton and his advisor. He made them turn against each other. The army fell into chaos, giving the Crown Prince the chance to wipe them out in one go. He was a great hero of the dynasty. A hero of the people. Precisely because of this, when he later testified against my father, no one doubted his words. He even knelt outside the palace until his head was bloody, pleading for my father's life. My family escaped being executed entirely only because he traded his rewards for it. What a man of great affection and righteousness. Who would have thought he was a double-faced hypocrite? I never mentioned Prince An's future rebellion to the Crown Prince. Accusing royalty without evidence would only make the prince resent me. Besides, although Princeton seemed unreliable, he was actually very good to the Crown Prince. He had even saved the prince's life once. The Crown Prince spoiled this young uncle as much as possible and wouldn't allow anyone to slander him. Li Mabai also knew this. He wasn't afraid of me snitching at all. In fact, he was hoping I would. Something that would only happen in 10 years, had no trace of evidence now. He was very confident that without his interference this time, Princeton would definitely succeed in his rebellion and ascend to the supreme imperial throne. As one with the merit of aiding a new emperor, he would surely be second only to one and above 10,000. Although I didn't tell the Crown Prince, I told my father. I said I had a nightmare. My father thought I was just overthinking and didn't take it seriously. But when I predicted the events of the next few days, he became cautious. After Princeton entered the capital, just like in previous years, under the guise of seeking pleasure, he befriended many court officials. My father liked ancient paintings, so he would send him one every year. This year, he sent Wang Guangqian's landscape map. In the past life, it was this painting that became the ironclad proof of my father's collusion with Princeton. Inside the roller of this well-mounted painting was hidden a letter from Princeton bribing my father. Originally, it wasn't there. It was Li Mabai who took it from Princeton amidst the chaos and secretly hid it inside. My father had no way to explain it. In this life, with my warning, my father flatly rejected Prince An's gift, and he took all the ancient paintings Princeton had sent before during the New Year's Eve palace banquet and sold them to other officials who also loved ancient paintings. He didn't keep a single penny of the money and donated it all to the soldiers at the borders. My father was highly praised by the emperor for his integrity and his devotion to the people. He was held up as a model for all officials. This forced other officials to reluctantly donate as well. Li Mabai saw all these small moves by the prime minister's residence, but he didn't care at all. What use was it to distance themselves from Princeton? Once Princeton ascended the throne and he was second only to one, what would a mere prime minister's residence be worth? In the first lunar month, Jing's child was born. It was a son. As soon as he was born, Li Mabai reported it to Deng Rusheng. On the surface, he and his entire family now relied on Deng Rusheng. Having lost his official salary, he could only work as a laborer in Deng Rusheng's shop. Jing Kei had just finished her confinement period when she had to wash clothes for others to earn a living. Her fingers were red and swollen from the cold. Compared to when she was a maid by my side, it was like the difference between heaven and earth. I ran into her on the street. She was dressed thinly with no jewelry on her at all. I invited her to Zuixian restaurant for a meal. She ate until she almost threw up. Finally, she slumped on the table, weeping. "Miss, I regret it. I shouldn't have impersonated you to seduce him." Voices from the next room drifted over faintly. Otherwise, the soundproofing wouldn't have been this bad. I had tampered with it a little. She recognized Li Mabai's voice. Li Mabai was destitute now. How could he afford to eat in such an expensive restaurant? Brotherly, you truly see things like a god. In such a short time, you become the prince's confidant. For this return to the fief, the prince specifically asked your family to accompany him. In the future, when Brotherly rises in status, please don't forget your humble brother here. Li Mabai's triumphant laughter was deafening. Of course, of course. He paused. The road to Anyang is long. My mother is of advanced age. It's not convenient for her to travel. My wife must also stay to care for her. The other person immediately let out a lewd laugh. In that case, Brotherly will surely need someone to take care of him. I wonder what kind of beauties Brotherly like, so I can have them prepared in Anyang in advance. Li Mabai thought for a moment. Do you know the Sui family's eldest daughter? So brotherly likes that type. Even someone like the Prime Minister's daughter would barely do. Then came the sound of clinking glasses. Jing's expression went from surprise to joy, then to disappointment. Finally, the atmosphere turned into despair. Her eyes, which already lacked light, became even more lifeless. Miss, what should I do? What should I do? On the 12th of March, Princeton set off for Anyang. Half a month later, Consort Dowager Mu in the palace was poisoned to death. The investigation led to a maidservant by her side. Under severe torture, the maid confessed. She said she was instructed by Mr. Wu, who was with Princeton. On the surface, Mr. Wu was just a guest of Princeton. But in reality, he was his strategist and highly valued by him. Consort Dowager Mu had always been in poor health. She had been bedridden for years, but she just wouldn't die. Mr. Wu had waited for many years. Finally, he could wait no longer. In the past life, he used a slow-acting poison. It took a full 2 years to slowly drain the life from Consort Dowager Mu. Once she was dead, Princeton rebelled without hesitation. But Li Mabai discovered the truth. He dealt Princeton a fatal blow at the critical moment. Princeton and Mr. Wu turned against each other. In the past life, Mr. Wu only acted 7 or 8 years later. Li Mabai couldn't wait that long. He acted early with the slow-acting poison, which should have taken about a year, but I had someone switch it for a lethal one. Why would Prince An's strategist poison his master's mother? The Crown Prince continued the investigation, and it led back to Li Mabai. Only then did he find out that he had followed Princeton to Anyang. His wife took the initiative to confess. She said Li Mabai gave her a ledger before he left and told her to keep it safe. He also said they would soon achieve great wealth. That ledger recorded the dealings between Princeton and various officials across the country. The amounts involved were staggering. What else was there for the Crown Prince to understand? First, he took control of General Jinwu. Then he sent people to raid Prince An's manor in Anyang. Not only did they find Prince An's secret imperial robes, but they also discovered he was secretly training an army and stockpiling weapons. It was ironclad evidence of rebellion. Prince An's party was captured on their way back to the capital. Li Mabai's dream of being second only to 1 and above 10,000 had just sprouted. When I strangled it, he was too confident. There was no evidence, but I could frame him. The night before Li Mabai's execution, I went to the prison to see him. He leaned against the wall in a daze, banging his head against it over and over again. He kept muttering, "Not right, not right, where did it go wrong? It shouldn't be like this, it shouldn't be." He didn't react much when he saw me. "Are you here to mock me?" "I'm here to let you die, understanding how." He suddenly reacted. He stared at me in disbelief. "It's you?" "Impossible. You couldn't have known about that ledger. That ledger only appears 10 years from now. In the past life, there indeed was such a ledger." After Princeton was caught, Li Mabai kept the ledger for himself instead of handing it over. He wanted to use it to blackmail the officials who had ties with Princeton, and manipulate them for his own use. And about Consort Dowager Mu's cause of death, he had never mentioned it to me. It was Nuan Wan who told me. I watched him quietly. "You used Nuan Wan as a substitute. You told her everything." "But she told me everything. The ledger was a forgery I made. On the day I returned, I used my memories from the past life to write down the contents of that ledger. It wasn't perfect, but it was mostly there." Li Mabai burst into loud laughter. "So that's how it is. So that's how it is. I was defeated by the woman I loved." He laughed until tears came out. I laughed too. "Don't insult Nuan Wan. What right do you have to love her? And then there's Jean K. You must not know, the reason my plan went so smoothly was thanks to her cooperation with me." "Jean K, that woman, how did I wrong her? Why would she betray me like this? She was just a maid who married a top scholar. What more could she want? Tell her to come see me. Tell her to come see me. I'm afraid she can't come. Because of her merit in exposing you, the Crown Prince spared her life. She has now married a wealthy merchant from out of town. She's long gone. But I feel sorry for your elderly mother. She didn't even need to be executed with the rest of the family. She was directly worked to death by her anger at you. You poisonous woman. My mother never did anything to wrong you. Why did you have to kill her? I'm going to kill you. The one who killed your mother was you. You were the one who wanted to rebel. What does it have to do with me?" He slumped weakly to the ground. His eyes were hollow, with only 2 trails of tears. I turned around and took 2 steps. Then I looked back. "I forgot to tell you, your godfather Deng Rushing is also one of my people. 6 months after Li Mabai's death, Zhao Sai's, and I got married. Immediately after, he sent me 10,000 taels of silver, as a thank you for saving his entire family. On our wedding night, he asked me, if Li Mabai had asked for your hand back then, would you have agreed?" I lied without blushing or my heart racing. "Of course not. He was inferior to you in every way. How could I have chosen him? And I knew you liked me since we were small." "Oh. Then why didn't you ever mention it to me?" "Because my love only began when we clarified things." I asked him why he suddenly asked that question. "I had a dream. He kissed me. It was terrifying, but fortunately, it was just a dream."